all you want to know about if function. Watch carefully, because we are going to learn how to create if function, how to integrate if function in other formulas, how to use logic operators, and what is truth gate, and how to use logic functions. We start now. So in previous videos we have learned what is logical operators. What are symbols for more, less, equal, and not, and why we are using them to receive Boolean value. We have learned what is informational function, how they are checking specific feature of the inputs that we are providing to them. As an outcome of both these blocks, we are receiving some true or false statements. And if we are having several of them used in the same block, we need to use logical functions to combine them. Using accurately AND, OR, XOR, or NOT statement will allow us to create a more complex conditions that we can provide to if function. So how does if function operate? And as we've learned previously, we need to provide some statement. If function evaluates it, and if it's true, it returns positive value that it should be returning. If we are providing the statement that is false, it returns us opposite part. Based on that, we can create a structure of any if function. So as you can see from this graph, we are going to have three elements. First one is going to be a statement that should be returning true or false results. The next part is going to be one for true and one for false. Let's learn this by simple example. So now let's just try building if function. To do that, I'm going to create a function here and will provide three parameters. One is going to be logical test that we are having in column B. Next one, I would like that it would return me the statement available in column C, and if it's gonna be false, statement in column D. Rather simple one. So now if I'm going to select false for column B, I'm going to see that the if function has actually changed its results. And this is something that we can start using already now. So we have learned how to create a function. Using it, we can create more complex functions instead. Like here, we have multiplication that is done in the left part, and we would like to divide it on the results of if function. So for instance, if we would like to have this multiplication done in the morning, we are going to use it as true. If it's going to be for the midnight, we are going to use it as false. Another example that we can use if function as input to VLOOKUP. Based on the criteria that if function will return, we can search for two different values that is going to be available as a drop-down list that is automatically supplied. So let's check out what is a complex function we can create based on that. So we are going to have the following example. We have a runner that has completed 9 runs in 9 different countries. There is a time and a distance available for us to calculate the speed. The only issue that the distance being calculated by the locals. So some countries used miles and some countries use kilometers. However, we would like to make sure that the speed is comparable so we can find the highest and the lowest speed. So now we are going to create the function. First, as any speed, we would like to calculate the distance and divide it by time. We have a distance available in column C, and we are going to multiply it by if function. So in column D, we are having the trigger that we are going to use to create our function. If D of column is equal to M, that means that we are having miles, and we would like to multiply results from column C by this trigger. I would like to fix this value so that we are not going to lose it when we are going to complete the full table. If it's not M, so it means that it's going to be kilometers, so we are going to use just 1, not to corrupt any values. So the distance is here. As for the time, it's going to be rather simple. We have time in minutes, and let's divide it by 60 so that we are going to receive hours. And here is our function. When we are going to complete it for the whole table, we are going to see that the slowest speed of 16.8 kilometers per hour was achieved in Russia, while the fastest one at the speed of 23.7 was achieved in Germany. This is the most simple example how to use if function as part of other functions. So we have learned how to use if function in complex calculations. Probably you have noticed that any if function will return you only two options, for true and one for false. But what if I need to receive one of three outcomes? To do that, I will need to use nested if function. To create it, we are going to insert as one of solutions for the if function another if function, like here. For the top function, we are going to check out that the statement we would like to be false will return us to statement C. If it's going to be true, we are just going to check another statement one more time and then receive two more other options. Let's try it on some clear example. To learn nested if, we are going to create a probability impact matrix and we are going to complete its content. We have available conditions that we are going to use to create it. So we are going to multiply probability by impact and we are going to compare these results to the following three conditions. First one, if it's going to be less than 3, this is going to be low status. If it's going to be from 3 to 7, then it's going to be medium. And if it's going to be more than 7, it's going to be critical. Let's create in our functions. So we are going to start with if function as such, and we are going to multiply our value for probability by the value for our impact. Please note that I have by intent made this references fixed by row and column respectively. So now I would like to check if it's going to be less than 3 and return low. Let's fix low so that it's not going to be changed as we are going to complete the full matrix. So now we have received false if it's going to be more than 3. So now I need to provide another function. As a check statement, I'm going to provide exactly the same values. So it's going to be multiplying row from probability and column from impact. And I would like to compare it to 7. Let's check if it's going to be more than 7. So now I need to make it equal to critical, and everything that's going to be not critical or low in this particular case is going to be medium. So again, let's make sure it's fixed. And now please check that you have completed your both if statements. You can easily follow this up by checking the color of parentheses. So we are going to select the full matrix and complete the function. As you can see, there is 3 options for us to have low impact and probability at the same time. We have majority available in medium, and there is only one critical point where we are having high probability and high impact. This is a way how to use a simple nested if function. So that was piece of cake. Now let's learn something more complex. What if we are going to receive an if statement as a solution for both true and false? Interested? Turning to the real-life example. To learn complex nested if approach, we are going to turn to investment area. So we are having different investments available in amounts of money that our company needs to invest there. And we are having return on invested capital per year that we are going to receive if we are going to proceed with this investment. We're having few guidelines from our company. So first, we need to check if the investments is more or less than 750. It can be millions or thousands of dollars, but in any case, we are going to talk about the numbers. If we are having more than 750, we are ready to proceed if the return of investment is going to be a not less than 22%. For that case, we are going to assess it as a rating A. If we are going to have it less than 22%, then the rate is going to be C. Same situation for the amounts that are less than 750, and the threshold of return on investment is going to be 27%, where we are going to assess if it's achieved rating B, and if it's not achieved, rating B. So now let's create a function. First, let's check if the amount of money required is more than 750. So now let's check the second conditions. If the return on investment that is available for this particular investment is higher than the threshold for this amount. If it's true, we are going to provide this investment as rating A, and if it's false, we are going to provide it as rating C. Please know that I'm making it fixed so that when we are going to complete the table, it's going to remain here available. So now let's check out if the amounts are going to be less than 750. So now we need to check the same return on investment if it's higher than we are having our threshold, and if it's going to be reached, we are going to give rating B. If it's not going to be reached, we are going to provide rating D. And again, please make sure that you have completed the top function, and you can check it by the color of parentheses. When I'm going to hit enter, I'm going to receive the rating for the first investment. And now when I'm going to complete it, I'm going to see that we are having rather big bunch of Ds, but still there is good investments that is available in A rating. This is how complex nesting is built when you are providing different if statements to the one measure. Before finishing this video, I would like to share with you one more example. This is a logic of the puzzle that we have created previously and have recorded a video so that you can find it available in this channel. So with that, I would like to inspire you to start using if functions as much as possible and to develop your personal style of managing logical functions. If you found something new for you today, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our community so that you are not going to miss any future videos that is going to be available in this channel. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe. Cheers.